Good afternoon, everybody. Morning, evening. I have no idea at this point. But today's going to be a rather relaxed day, hopefully. I'm currently home alone because my partner is out getting patch tested for some sort of, I don't know, nail stuff. I don't keep track. I just grin and nod and go, okay, cool. Ruby is currently asleep in her bed, which is lovely. Yesterday, everybody that's been keeping track of the Ruby Phantom Pregnancy Chronicles will be happy to know, was the first night in about 2 weeks that Ruby let us sleep. Nearly all night. Well, so we did, at no point did Neve sleep downstairs. That was the biggest win of yesterday. At about 4 p.m, she had a bit of a wobble where she woke up and wouldn't go back to sleep. So I went down, took her out for a wee, and then she went back to bed and stayed asleep until about 9 a.m. So perfect. This is a win. This is a win. This is the first time Ruby has slept in her own bed and Neve has not had to sleep on the sofa with her in 2 weeks. So that's good. So, yeah. Here's a cool one for today that I figured out. I figured out how to program my LG remote for my TV through my sync box. So now I can control the sync box not just from my phone, but from a remote, which, I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I like being able to do that. I don't want to have to do everything off my phone, which would make, think about it like this. If I have to do demonstrations of the sync box on TikTok and things like that, that's going to make it a lot more useful being able to do it from the remote, because obviously I can't use functions for the sync box on my phone while using my phone to also record. You see? I'll tell you what is on the agenda today, though. Now that everything has been moved around and has probably found its final resting place for at least a few more months, I want to tidy up the cables that are under there. That's on the agenda. And we've got gym tonight as well. That's another one. I'll tell you what is pretty cool, though. Yesterday, I took a browse through Vinted. I don't know when Vinted came around, but it does seem to be a bit of an eBay replacement, to the point where it changed eBay's own practices when it comes to sellers' fees, which is a pretty big deal for something new to come along and be like, yo, eBay, change. That's crazy. Like, eBay's a titan of that industry, you know? Anyway, went on Vinted, just searched gaming steelbook, and managed to find a few, so I may have some more steelbooks on the way. I don't know when they're going to arrive, but yeah, but check this out. We also did arrange my steelbooks from yesterday, and by we, I meant Neve. So we'll come down here. As you can see, there is actually room. Obviously, it's not as aesthetically pleasing as you might want, but there's no way to make steelbooks aesthetically pleasing via the spines when they're next to each other. Steelbooks really shine when they're individual, you know. But what this has done is this has freed up space on the normal shelves to keep things consistent. So amongst regular cased games. So over here, we've got Devil May Cry 4, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War Judgment, Gears of War 4, Halo 4, Peter Jackson's King Kong, Resident Evil 4, Batman Arkham City, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. I really love those. Those two cases are brilliant. The dude that sent me them, thank you. Jericho, that is Dark Souls 2. That is one of the weirdest steelbooks because you can full on see the hinge. Devil May Cry 4 again for the PS3 this time. Killzone 3, Final Fantasy, Lightning Returns, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Bayonetta X Vanquish, Borderlands 3, Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Elden Ring, Fallout 4, Guardians of the Galaxy, Mortal Shell, Resident Evil 3. That Resident Evil 3 one's very, very cool. Like, I didn't quite realise just how rare it was when I bought it. I bought it because I wanted the Resident Evil steelbooks, but having a look through eBay's sold history, this does not come up very frequently. There are currently 2 listed, and both of them are for multiple hundreds of pounds, and if you go to sold listings, they're usually going for hundreds of pounds, but I got this for about 40 quid, so that's a win. It's in pretty good condition besides a bit of scuffing on the bottom, but I really don't care about scuffing on the bottom. The bit that needs to look good is that front bit with Nemi, right? And the back with Jill, I guess, but Nemi. Anyway, after that, Shadow of War, Back for Blood, Deathloop, Resident Evil 4 Steelbook, and Sifu. And as you can tell, we've got room for maybe like 10 more or so, perhaps. It depends on the size, because things like Guardians, Elden Ring, and the Gears games take up extra space. It is also weird being able to have new angles and such because of all my new... I've got just tripods bloody everywhere to put things on things so that I'm constantly capable of fixing angles. If I end up with lots and lots of steelbooks, something I could do, it wouldn't be ideal for display purposes, but it would make sense, is I could double stack them at the row behind. I know that's a thing some collectors do. Could do that. Who knows? Neva's out right now getting her nails done or something, and she's just texted me saying she's bringing back food. So it's a good thing I've not had lunch yet. Granted, I do need to go and have some protein because it's 2 p.m. And because of the dog, one big problem with the dog's phantom pregnancy is that I'm having to tread on eggshells. She's sleeping very lightly. Normally, of a nighttime, I can just do whatever I want at night and she stays asleep. Right now, I have to stay sat, otherwise she gets woken up and won't go back to sleep, or we're risking her not going back to sleep. But it means that I'm not eating through the night, and I need to eat through the night. I've got a lot of calories to eat, and I live through the night most nights. So right now it's 2 p.m. and I've not had a hit of protein since about 10 p.m. yesterday, which is not ideal for muscle protein synthesis. So I'm going to go have a protein shake. We'll go say hello to Rube, shall we? You know, on the topic of things that you can get for the camera to improve them, I should get the magnetic case, because then you can just clip it to your fridge. Like, imagine I could just stick you there. That'd be wonderful, really, considering the way that it can pan around the kitchen. I should actually get that. I've got every other bloody attachment, and I use these cameras all the time. One day I'll collab with DJI. One day. Right, come say hello, Rubes. You good girl? You're such a good girl. You don't even want to get out of bed, do you? A completely different dog. Like, look at this. Just slump. I sleep here. It's fine. Good girl. It's my good girl. Give her treats. Here you go. Very gentle. You're a good girl. See? Much improved. And her belly is tightening up by the day, her little mum tum that she had from a phantom pregnancy. So hopefully we're coming to the end of this now. Like we said, you slept good yesterday, so you've proven to us that you can do it, which means you just need to do it every day. And we'll love you forever and ever, won't we, Rubes? It'd be like having our little baby back, rather than a little houseborn dog. Don't you tilt your head at me. You only weigh 4 kilos. Do you know what I can do to 4 kilos? Right. What am I doing? I might as well make all of my protein shakes while I'm thinking about it. So I've got a chocolate orange one for now and a clear way one for later at the gym. I also need to have my concoction of just awfulness, but I might wait for Neve to come back for that one because it's funnier. She has informed me we're apparently going to the tip, which apparently some of you guys call the dump. The bloody dump. Ruby, that does not look comfortable. Can you guys see her? She's like full body in the crate, head just craned out. Silly dog. Alright, anyway, shakers. Shaker 1. Shaker 2. Well, that's not ideal. Ooh. You made a horrible noise. Why'd you do that? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's just fine. Ooh. I hate picking things up at the sink. Does touching wet things out of a sink make anyone else want to vomit, or is that just me? You know, vomit is a frequent topic of conversation in these videos, I swear. More frequent than you'd ever have expected, anyway. Water. When anyone else sneezes, does their sternum crack? I don't know how a sternum can crack, because I don't feel like there's moving parts, but, you know. Ruby, you don't look comfortable. See, she still hasn't even gone out of bed. This is the dog that would scream and cry all day, every day, when not occupied, literally a couple of days ago. Six more grams. Ruby, don't eat your bed. This is the problem, she does try and eat her bed sometimes. Rubes, stop it. Right, so this is the Vimto Clearway, code Cayle. Code Cayle. Vimto Clearway. Like I said, if you try nothing else when it comes to your protein powders, this is one that people are just guaranteed to like. If you like Vimto, you'll like this. It's that simple. Now we make the actual regular protein shake. So 250 mils of milk. That was 260. Whoops. Ruby, stop that. So we gave her one of her old beds back because maybe we thought that would help comfort her while she's being all stupid. Because Basically, the bed she's in right now is some cheapo crap bed off Amazon, whereas we had gotten her a nice fancy ass bed because we were like, right, she's one now, she's better behaved, we'll get her a nice bed because she's less likely to wreck them. Whereas, problem is that bed that she's in now, she loves chewing it. Like, she's chewed so many holes in it. But we're like, it costs 20 quid off Amazon or something. And if every month we've got to get her a 20 quid off Amazon bed to keep her sleeping through the night, that's not the worst trade-off in the world, is it? Just added to the rest of the subscription fees that this dog costs us. I'm pretty sure her insurance is like 30, 40 quid a month. Because Dachshunds need really good insurance because of their back. Alright, 260, so this needs to go to 320. To have everything we need. 324. We overshot everything, really. Ribbles. You haven't even gotten out of bed yet. You're lazy. Like, the entire time I've been down here, she's not even What is going on here? I'm convinced that this lid does not... That's better. Don't know what was happening there. That first lid did not want to go on. Something else that I did at yesterday was sort out what needs to go to CEX. So those DVDs are going to CEX. That stack there probably get about 6p. This stuff is going to CEX and will have no issue being traded in because it's all just sound. This stuff could be a problem, but I'm willing to bet won't be. Some of it will, some of it won't. Basically, some of it's going to need reprinted covers. And we know that CEX will do reprinted covers, but they said they don't usually do it because a customer bought in a cover that wasn't good enough. They did it because a case got stolen and they needed to reprint it that way. But they said if the game is expensive, then they'll do it because it's worth it to them as a business to reprint that cover to sell that game. For example, I've got a Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD collection, which is like a 35 quid game. They'll reprint the cover for that one. They just will. So I'm still looking at PC stuff, and I'm going to be for at least another month. And I'm trying to decide upon a case. Case is arguably one of the lesser important things when it comes to, everything. But I want quiet and I want cool, right? So that leaves me with a few different choices. I'm looking at the Lancool 3, the Lancool 216, the Corsair 4000, and the 5000. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see indeed. We have once again decided to cancel going to the cinema today to try to make sure that Ruby has another good night. Because the problem is, if we go to the cinema tonight to see Conclave, we're going to be gone from like 8 till like 10:30, and then she's going to have to go to bed anyway, and she's going to have to be in the crate for like 12 hours versus like 8.
And we want to have good nights consistently.
And we don't want to push her, especially when it's 2 nights in a row we're trying to link together good days. So. And
especially when I'm not here on Tuesday.
And Neve's about to have a couple of days where she's not here at all. So, red flag. Tell me to drink the horrible grit. That's slightly less horrible now we're mixing it with a different kind of juice. But still not fun nonetheless. The crazy thing.
Yeah. Both. Good girl.
The crazy thing is that glutathione that tastes so awful is technically flavoured strawberry and vanilla.
No, it isn't.
As if they've tried to say, oh, it's flavoured. No, it isn't. No, what's going on with the camera? What have you got from McDonald's then?
I got you a chicken and I got some cheese. Thanks.
Okay. Here's something that made me feel a little bit old just now. Probably makes her feel older. When I was in year 6, one of my year 6 teachers was freshly qualified. So she was like 22, 23, something like that. She was really young. Obviously, when you're a kid, you don't realise this. But when I was 18, I worked at the primary school I went to when I was a kid. So, 7 years later? So she'd have been like 30 to 32, depending on how old she was when she qualified. Anyway, I used to speak to her when I was her colleague about, what happened to people from my school. And because obviously we were her first school year, she was interested. Anyway, I've got her on Facebook and such, and I've just seen some pictures. And now it's been another 9 years. 9 years? 9 year... Christ. It's been 9 years since I worked at that school. This is why, for example, when I worked at that school, there was like a year... Say you're 11 years old in year 6. The other day, a 20-year-old approached me on the street saying that they watch my videos and they remember when I worked at their school and they themselves were pushing a pram with a child in, a pushchair, whatever. And I was like, Christ, I'm getting old. But anyway, the thing that makes me feel old is just that my old year 6 teacher is now pushing 40. And I remember when she was like 22, 23. That's a weird one. Anyway, we're going to the tip soon. Trip to the tip commence. You know, I bet that people have been chucking stuff and it's just been blown into the wrong... Like, we've got some big-ass cardboard. If we throw that and there's a gust of wind, it's going to get taken. It's going to get taken. I don't envy these fellas working in this weather. On a Sunday at that.
It's open every day.
Yeah, I know, but Sunday's inconvenient. Let's do the advent calendar for day... Is it 7 or 8?
8.
Christ, it's the 8th of December. Right, so yesterday we had a cookie crumble layered bar. Day 8. That was a tight fit. This feels pretty heavy. This feels like another protein bar. That was the quickest I've opened it thus far. These are one of my favourites, actually. And my lunch is ready. A peanut butter impact bar. These are generally really very soft. These are good. Let's check on my potatoes. Oh yeah, they're done.
Well done.
Lunch. Time to add Perinaise. Whose code? Whose code? You know whose code. Guys, Neve and her family are all posh, right? And we're going to dinner on Wednesday with them. And we're going to some sort of set menu thing. And I'm trying to pick what I'm having. And nothing makes sense. I don't know what any of this is. Like, one word out of each thing is English. Okay, so here's the options for starters, right? What is a pheasant, partridge and wild boar suet pudding with parsnip puree and game juice? No idea. What is a cashel, blue and fig posset with candied walnuts and seeded toast? I have no idea. What is a pressed ham hock terrine with a Barber's cheddar fritter? I don't know what any of this is. Oh, go away. The only thing in here that makes sense to me is 8-ounce dry-aged sirloin steak. We'll go with that, shall we? Jesus. Although, check this out. Neve just sent me this live update of Ruby and her downstairs. Meanwhile, I'm about to mess with my setup yet again. I'm about to put my camera back on there and potentially start screen capturing. We've had a bit of a nightmare with the gamelog vlog with Batman where some footage just got lost and I might restart the entire thing on console just to make it easier. PC things. Just PC things. The things I do for these bloody videos, guys. I've just bought the Return to Arkham collection for PS4 digitally for £3 because apparently I don't own it physically, so I'm going to add that to my list, which means I now own Arkham Asylum and Arkham City on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and I will own it again on PS4 when I get the physical version, because I'm going to have to get the physical version now. This is what I do for the content, guys. This is what we do. But in a minute, it's dinner time, so I'm going to get these installing. I can't believe I'm restarting it all, but, you know, is what it is. Hello?
Big sleep.
And now you've taken yourself to bed. Until I jinxed it. Where have you gone, Roopster? Pepper's 2 days on the trot, aren't we? The epitome of health and nutrition. Because there was peppers in the Subway, yeah. Just think, in the last 3 days, you had KFC, Subway, and McDonald's.
I only had 4 cheese bites. That's not exactly excessive, is it?
And what did Ruby have? Nothing.
Niche.
You can eat a bit of air if you're lucky.
I'll give you some pepper. Probably just play with
She
it.
just plays with pepper. She don't eat pepper.
When we give her like a novel item of food, she just plays with it.
Yeah.
She just tosses it around like it's a toy.
I'll toss her around like she's a toy. Ruby, It's very cute that you sit with your paws crossed like this. What sort of meeting are you waiting for, Rooster? Huh? Hello. You big snoot. This is a different bloody dog than we had a week ago.
Oh, honestly. I was looking back through the photos of when we went to Hickory's last Wednesday, so a week and a half ago now.
Yeah.
And I thought,
I've decided
was the night that she went mental.
I'm uploading that video on Christmas Day.
Oh, are you?
That's an idea, innit? Because I need videos for that day because I'm not going to film it on that day, and it's given me an extra video because of the copyright taking it. Ruby? Yep. 4. Down. Low. Good girl. She eats her slop. Earlier on, Neve broke the blind.
Break the blind.
You broke the blind.
The previous owners just didn't put up properly. There's no clips.
Well, either way, she broke the blinds putting up some snowflakes. Here's din-dins. Got chicken stir fry. That looks appetising.
Are you just stir it?
It looks like you just had a liquid ass all over my dinner. That's what came out of Ruby before she came in season last time. Well, actually, no, that was a bit more green before it shot across the garden 6 foot. Speaking of, Ruby, stop eating your bed.
I know we just gave you back and you missed it.
This is the problem, is that we have managed... Ruby now loves the bed again, but loves it too much.
She loves it definitely too much.
We've spotted her humping it, so we think, Ruby, stop. Stop it. Dinner is done. Add the sesame seeds just because I'm recording. I feel like you wouldn't have put them on otherwise.
Oh, it makes it look nicer.
Okay. What are you doing, Ribs?
Even just to me.
You playing?
She stopped me.
Having fun, are we?
There's no thoughts in that little head of yours.
No, not once. So something we're doing right now, guys, is using my new label maker. We're labelling my HDMI switch so that I can flick between things more conveniently. Because I have a note on my phone that I use to keep track of what device is on which input. But it'd just be easy to be on here.
On your old one, you literally just had it scratched into
when I was in my old house, on my old HDMI switch, I literally used a knife and scratched the input into the plastic of the receiver because this thing is only cheap tat. The button. You know, if there's one thing about me, it's that there is no limit to the amount of money I will spend for convenience. I'm
just glad we've got a label maker. That's kind of something that you just think, oh, I wish we had a label maker, and now we do.
Yeah. It's like, will I buy a second PC entirely so that PC gaming is more convenient and things that don't have not windowed borderless modes work better? For example, looking at you, Batman Arkham Asylum. Yes, I will. Watch me. One day I would love a HDMI switch that had more ports, because imagine I had... Because technically there's only 4 ports on this, so I am having to exclude some things from it. But we'll work that out. And now, on the top of the HDMI switch itself, we need to label which HDMI port is which. Because the only place on the HDMI switch that says which one is which is on the back, which obviously when we're this close to the wall and the telly, isn't exactly accessible. I've been looking forward to this, guys. It is time for my Deadpool cherry pre-workout before I head to the gym. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I've had it. Actually, I never thought I'd say I'd look forward to taking a pre-workout. That's a glowing review if nothing else. But we got stuff to do, PRs to hit, all that sort of thing. It smells so good. They need to make a protein flavour in this. They need a clear way that smells like this. Because you can't exactly just drink pre-workout all day for taste. That would be a mistake. Don't you just love when you're watching videos about tech on how to do things and just completely unrelated, you spot the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's become my favourite thing. Whenever I play games, I always look out for Euro Lowenthal's voice because he's in everything ever. Now, whenever I watch videos, I look out for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. The camera this is being filmed on right now is there. He's using it, because of course he is, because everybody bloody uses it. Alrighty then, so I brought the camera with me to the gym today, preparing for the bench press. I had to cut these clips down massively because it takes a while between sets to get ready for the lift. So we've got 120 here. Well, actually it's 121 because I've got a 0.5 on the end of each one. I think I've only ever loaded this weight once before. 1, 2, 3. I reckon I reckon with a spotter, I'd have had a fourth. The problem is I'm always solo, so I'm always hesitant to go for reps that aren't there just in case. I don't need 1.5 times my body weight to crush me when there's no one else in the gym. And then here I messed up, actually. So here I've got 420s and a 15, so just shy of 100 kilos per side. It was supposed to be 420s and a 10, and that means that I got extra progress, which I'm pretty happy with. Here we go. 1, 2. Finding plates for this is a ball ache, by the way. There are not enough plates in this gym, especially not up here. Once I get to 5 plates per side, I will run out of room, and then I will have to use the 25 kilo plates, which are usually just for the leg press. You're also only seeing top sets here, by the way. After each top set, I do a back off set with slightly less weight, but higher reps. Here's my super high incline press, which is more of a shoulder press for me, with 2 plates per side. First time I've ever put 2 plates per side on this high of an incline, so I'm hoping for the best here. Decent angle for this. I've got the camera on the side, because in this gym, it was formerly a Virgin Active like a decade ago, and their weight pit is literally in what used to be the swimming pool, so it's receded like this. So I've got the camera on the edge. Come on, bro. Let's go. Probably got some Metal Gear Rising Revengeance theme tunes, or Shaman King, or Dragon Ball Z. These are genuinely the songs that I listen to in the gym, by the way. Okay, here we go. That was a wobbly Smith. Also, check out the clip behind me. Somebody had used clips on the Smith machine, which has to be up there with the most redundant thing you could possibly do. There is no need for clips on a Smith machine. It's a Smith. The bar cannot tip. Come on now. But I was really happy with this one. Like, next time I'm going to have to up the weight, because that was a little bit too easy. Hence my head nod at the end there. Then lateral raises. I started with 22s, and then I filmed the set with the 18s so that people don't moan. But with how many reps I got with the 18s, I'm glad that I'm starting with the 22s, because these are too easy. But this is set number 2, not set number 1, because set number 1 was with the 22s. As I always stumble. I need to take my shoes off when I do these. More. See, he's still flying. It was like cardio. Is that it? That might be it. Okay, so I filmed the majority of the main stuff. I didn't bother filming the pumpy, fluffy tricep side delt. Well, I did a bit of side delt. I filmed the main presses because that is all that I needed to film, or at least the first set of the main presses, just because they're what look the coolest. 121 kilos for 3 or 4. I don't remember. Not enough. I wanted 5. Bit annoyed about that, but everything. I progressed most things. My incline press on the plate loaded one actually cocked up a little bit because I realised when I was deloading it. Hang on. I realised that I'd put a 320s and a 15. No, 420s and a 15 one side. So that was 4 1/4 plates, so just shy of 100 kilos per side on that. So that was like a bit of a cock up. So that was like uber progress there, which is nice. I just need to get heavier. I think that's the main thing holding me back with my barbell bench press right now, is that I want to bench 140 kilos, but I only weigh like 77 kilos. So like, I just think I'm too light. I need to get heavier. But yeah, let's go home, keep fiddling with me setup and play Batman.
Boot the camera.
Little stupid dog.
Hey, princess.
Little stoops. Right then, so hopefully Ruby goes to sleep again and we get another good night and we start stringing good nights together until she's just a completely normal dog again. Here's hoping. Tomorrow, gonna go check my PO box out, we're gonna go to CEX. Gonna get out of the house a little bit. See you tomorrow.